Lovely. Okay, so I can see that I'm live on Instagram. Hello. And I'm also live on Facebook at the same time. So if I'm turning in a different direction, that is why. It has been some time since I have been live on Facebook and Instagram at the same time. And I just wanted to talk about a few things that are really important to me. I've called this why NLP is the best thing since sliced bread because I really want to talk to you about the power of NLP and what it is, how you can use it, and a few other bits and bobs. I have got myself some notes so that I don't go off on too much of a tangent. And I'm going to dive into why NLP is the best thing since sliced bread. So, as always, I'm Rebecca Lockwood, your neuro linguistic programming trainer, hypnotherapy trainer, and breakthrough coach trainer. I also train a couple of other modalities, including timeline therapy, hypnotherapy, energy, EFT. We do a bit of CBT and things like that. So, why is NLP the best thing since sliced bread? Right, let me know as well if you've done NLP training, if you've done my NLP training, because I can see a few of you joining who have done my training. So it's really nice to see you. And give me a wave if you've done NLP training or done it with someone else. So the first reason why NLP is the best thing since sliced bread is because it is like common sense on steroids, right? It is like common sense on steroids. No word of a lie, no ifs and buts about it. It just really is. So NLP is about understanding your mind, understanding how you think, understanding why you think the way you think, understanding how you communicate, understanding how you communicate with yourself firstly and then with the world around you, understanding how you have relationships, so how you relate to other people and how you relate to yourself as well. So when we understand how we communicate, how we think, why we think the way we think, how we have relationships, it is like common sense. So like when we understand them things about ourselves, it makes everything else so much easier, and it just makes learning about the mind and learning about yourself, it just makes everything else flow. It allows you to communicate more effectively with yourself, firstly, and with the world around you. And it just makes everything much easier, right? Because when we understand certain things about ourselves, we understand how we act, why we act the way we act. We understand how to treat ourselves. We understand so much about ourselves. There was something that someone said to me the other day. So within my dance and aerial fitness school, I deliver some NLP workshops, and we get together in the studio and we have a chat, and I deliver some of the NLP training that I deliver in my NLP practitioner course. Just really small snippets of stuff just to help people. These people are not wanting to train in NLP or become a coach or anything like that. They just want to learn it for themselves and they want to know a bit more about themselves. And we were on about confidence, and one of them was explaining how she gets told often that she has a lack of confidence and she's not really sure what to do about it. And what we were doing is we were looking at our personality types and how to understand ourselves, and we use a little bit of like the Myers-Briggs testing, but then it goes further than that within the NLP stuff. And something came up for her and she was like, oh my goodness, like actually what people seem to deem as a lack of confidence isn't a lack of confidence at all. It's just part of my personality. It's just one of my personality traits, which is really interesting because so many people have these like penny drop moments. I feel like I'm saying that a lot recently, but they do. And learning about yourself, it's just common sense, right? The second thing is it helps you be a better version of yourself. So when you understand about yourself, you can be a better version of yourself. When you understand that a behaviour that you may be displaying is portrayed by others, for example, as a lack of confidence, you can understand that either one, you just don't care. I'm trying not to swear. You just don't care and there's no need to do anything about it. Or two, you can change that behaviour, perhaps when you're with others or in different situations. I'm not saying that we should change our behaviours if that's who we are and that's what we're happy with, but if it was causing a problem or holding you back in some way, then we can learn about that and learn how to change that behaviour as well. So when we learn how to communicate with ourselves, we also learn how we communicate with the world around us. Now, when we learn and understand how we're communicating with the world around us, we can also then understand why we think the way we think, why we say the things we say, why other people take us the way that they take us, why we display certain behaviours, why we display certain habits or things like this. See, I'm going to my notes just to make sure I'm not running off on too many tangents. We also learn about our limitations and what we can do about them. So if our limitations are holding us back in some way or another, if let's say we've got a limiting belief or a lack of self-belief or a lack of confidence, or if there's something else that's coming up for us, like a common one is a lack of self-worth, then by learning neuro-linguistic programming, we can identify that within ourselves and then do something about it as well. So not only within neuro-linguistic programming, you're learning common sense, which is about yourself, you're learning about how you think and why you think the way you think. You're also going much deeper than that because you're learning about the limitations that you have and how you are placing them in front of you, right? How you are stopping yourself from moving in a direction that you want to move in, how you are stopping yourself from getting the results that you want in a certain, it might be in a relationship, or it might be in a job, or it might be as a parent, it might be I was just thinking, as a parent, you might be losing your shit a lot and you need to do something about it. In your relationships, you might be sabotaging them, causing arguments without realizing. I know in my own life, just simple stuff like tidying the house, like, can be such a big thing, but actually when I understand myself and how that affects and how that manifests itself within myself, I can do something about it, right? And it just creates, kind of moving on to my next thing, it just creates the whole lack of, not lack of, but yeah, I suppose lack of judgment towards yourself, right? It creates this, we don't have to make a big thing out of everything. Like, things are just what they are. And now we understand that about ourselves, we can do something about it. The third thing, so just to recap why NLP is like the best thing since sliced bread. Number one, it's like common sense on steroids. Number two, it helps you be it helps you to be a better version of you. And number three, it helps you to be a better communicator. So it helps you to be a better friend, it helps you to be a better parent, and it helps you to be a better all-round person. Now, I wanted to say I was a bit of a dick before I trained in NLP. That wasn't that bad, but I'm definitely a better person. And I remember having a conversation with one of my students who completed my NLP course, and she said to me, she said, Becky, doing your NLP course has made me a better person. It's made me a kinder person, and it's made me less judgmental of other people. And that really just sums it up because it helps us to understand about ourselves. I feel like I'm repeating myself here, but it's really important. NLP helps us to understand ourselves, understand how we think, why we think the way we think, how we behave, why we behave the way we behave. It helps us to understand how we communicate with ourselves firstly, and then the world around us. And then when we understand that about ourselves, we also can understand it about other people as well. So when you learn neuro-linguistic programming, you learn how to listen to what people are saying to be able to understand them kinds of things. It is literally the best thing since sliced bread. So just to round up and recap, number one, it's like common sense on steroids. Number two, it helps you to be a better version of yourself. Number three, it helps you to be a better communicator, a better friend, a better person, a better parent, a better all-round person in life, in business, in relationships, in communication, in being your best self for yourself as well. So that's it from me. I am Rebecca Lockwood, your neuro-linguistic programming trainer, hypnotherapy trainer and breakthrough coach trainer. You'll regularly see me in places like Stylist Magazine, Cosmopolitan, Marie Claire, Women's Health, Men's Health. Lots of places giving expert and educational comment on neuro-linguistic programming. It's been a while since I've done some live videos. I have had quite a few people asking me for more content for the podcast. I checked my downloads recently and it was a lot more than I expected, which is really nice. But then we had people saying, Becky, what's going on? Where can we get some more podcast episodes? So if you've got any requests for things that you want me to talk about, please do let me know. I have got some free training coming up on Tuesday next week where I'm going to be talking about an introduction to neuro-linguistic programming. So you can sign up for that for free. I do also have a full NLP practitioner and breakthrough coaching a breakthrough coaching course coming up. And we're going to start that in June. So it's going to be online for 3 months. You can join me for weekly calls, and then you've got the option to add in-person training, or it might end up being online, but it's like an intensive 6 days of training where you'll train in neuro-linguistic programming, breakthrough coaching and timeline therapy. So if you've got any questions about that, just give me a shout and let me know. I can hop on a call and we can have a proper chat. Or if you want to learn a bit more about NLP first, you can sign up to my free training, which is on Tuesday. And I've popped the link. If you're on Instagram, just pop me a message. And if you're on Facebook with me, it's in the link in the description above. Okay, enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. Lovely to see so many faces that I recognise. So have an amazing evening and I'll catch you all soon.